You mentioned a few numbers there. You've done a PFS. The numbers NPV 137 million, IRR circa 30%. Grades that are okay. 405 silver equivalent and 10-year life of mine. So it's not too bad. I think the market is recognizing that, right?
405 is okay.
It's okay.
405 is pretty exciting.
And it's
an average life of mine diluted mine grade.
Yep.
And that means you're putting 500 grams into.
Yeah, and a payback in under 3 years. So there's a lot to like there. What next though?
Well, of course, we've announced the commencement of a feasibility study, and we're within a week, I think, of granting the lead engineer on the feasibility study. Might even be able to press release this week. We'll go straight then to selecting the EPCM contractors, and there's a couple of long lead items we'd love to get started on. I can't give any guarantees, but if you want to de-risk a project, that's the main purpose of the feasibility study. The other way to de-risk it is to get started on things that normally run over time over budget, such as a 2-kilometer long main haulageway, which is, you can only put 2 shifts a day into the haulageway, so the earlier you start, the better. Clearing off the top of the plant site, we need to clear 200,000 cubic meters off the top of a hill, effectively flatten the top of a hill, and that's the material that goes to the toe of the tailings facility, tailings dam. Getting a head start on that, the earthworks. The construction camp, we're not ready to start construction. And while we're in the feasibility phase, if we can get properly permitted and built in the next 9 months, then as soon as the feasibility is done, we hit the ground running. So these are things that we'd love to get started on.
Well, I think in this market, you want to also accelerate that as best you can. And the best thing is for you to mine this, is it? You're the guys to do it.
Oh, I think so. I think it's right in our sweet spot. These are the types of ore bodies we've found and built mines on for 16 years. And Terronera just happens to be bigger and better than the other ones.
Right. And what about, talk to us about what's coming down the line. What else are you doing? Because, look, you've been at this a long time, Brad. You've been here at Man, and boy, it's time. It's time to think of pastures new, surely. I mean, is it not a bit exhausting trying to chase the dream?
Well, I still have fun, and we're still trying to make money. So short answer is no, but I do have a long list of things I want to do, and I'm not going to be here forever. I won't go very far when I move along. If I move away from the CEO role, it'll probably be up to the chairman's role.
Okay.
But nothing in the short-term forecast.
Okay, so talk to me about some of these other potential exploration targets, some of these other projects which have potential when your balance sheet is sorted out again, when it gets back to where you want it to be.
Well, we stopped drilling Terronera 2 years ago to focus on economic evaluation, and we just restarted drilling at Terronera last month. So I think there's a whole new chapter to be written in terms of resource upside at Terronera as we start testing new veins. The second project in our development pipeline is the Parral project in southern Chihuahua, and we stopped drilling there last year. Again, it was just budget constraints in the bear market. We'd love to get started there. It won't be in the plans this year, but if we can get started again there next year on infill and step-out drilling, we could take easily a 40 million ounce resource to 60 or 80 million ounces, in my view. So it's still very much an advanced exploration project where we could create value very quickly through the drill bit. And then stepping out from that, the whole concept of being in Chile for the last 8 years was to break the mold of small, high-grade underground vein mines. And because it is hard to grow a business when these things are constrained in size. And for us to become a major in the silver space and with decades of mine life, we need these big, chunky, world-class deposits, and you can't buy them. They're just impossible to buy in the silver space. So you have to find them. And we've lived off of finding ore bodies. Every mine we've ever built was on a discovery we made. We never inherited anybody else's ore body. So I think the whole concept of 3 world-class prospects in Chile is, let's go see if we can find one for ourselves. And the 3 are Cerro Marquez, which has turned into actually a porphyry copper moly gold play. And it's a big, big system, 6 by 8 kilometer footprint. It's an entire volcanic caldera. And we've done enough systematic work to get the copper majors really turned on. So we're in phase now of signing up CAs and doing due diligence and trying to bring on a partner for that one. Paloma, which is our 5 million ounce gold high sulfidation epithermal target, also in the far north of Chile. We will drill ourselves this year. And again, it's a big target. It's about 2 by 3 kilometers. Again, a portion of a volcanic caldera. And some great targets. Now you've got, I won't go into the glorious geological detail except to say that everything you want to see on surface at Paloma, we see. So we've got bullseye targets to drill. And then the third one, which isn't quite ready for drilling, we're waiting for the permits on Aida. It's up on the Bolivia-Argentine border. So it's kind of like in the three corners area of Chile. And it's more of a kind of classic Bolivian-style bulk tonnage silver lead zinc deposit. I think Cerro Potosí, Cerro Rico, one of the two in Argentina. It's called the Puna operation now that Silver Standard has.